Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And let's continue the series I've been doing where I attempt to name the best player in each NFL franchise's history, their all-time GOAT. Of course, some are easier than others. But I've been going in alphabetical order. Today we land on the New York Giants. The New York Giants have been a franchise since 1925. So 100 seasons of NFL action for the team. Now, 2 off seasons ago, I did my NFL Mount Rushmores by teams. 4 best players in each franchise history in my eyes. Last offseason, I did my NFL Mount Rushmores by position. 4 best players at each position in NFL history. So before I get into the GOAT, I'd like to revisit these, see if I would make any changes in the 2 years that have passed since I've done them. Now, I actually did make a change for the Giants, and I'll get into it shortly. But right now, I have the Mount Rushmore as Mel Hein, who basically played both sides of the field, center and linebacker, part of the inaugural Pro Football Hall of Fame class in 1963. Eli Manning, of course, 2-time Super Bowl winner at quarterback, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Michael Strahan, single season sack leader, 22 and a half in 2001, since has been equaled by TJ Watt of the Steelers. And Lawrence Taylor, Hall of Famer, first ballot in 1999. Now, as I said, I actually made a change to the Mount Rushmore. I originally didn't have Mel Hein on, but I put him over Harry Carson, who had an excellent career, eventually was inducted into the Hall of Fame, but I realized Mel Hein is one of the all-time greats from basically the infancy of the league, and he should be included. Also considered putting Emlyn Tunnel over Harry Carson. So if it wasn't for Hein, I probably would have had Emlyn on here as well. But some other honorable mentions other than Carson and Tunnel include Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall, Sam Huff, Y.A. Tittle, Tiki Barber, Amani Toomer, Jesse Armstead, Chris Snee, Charlie Connerly, Phil Simms, Frank Gifford, amongst many others. But who do I consider to be the best player in New York Giants history? I'm sure most people agree. Linebacker Lawrence Taylor. Again, first ballot Hall of Famer in 1999. Taylor was the second overall pick in the 1981 NFL Draft. Whole 13-year career was with the New York Giants. Started off his career with a bang. Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. 1986 was named the NFL MVP, becoming just the second defensive player to win MVP behind Alan Page. No one else has done it since. 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards for his career. One of 3 guys to do it in NFL history, along with Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt. He also had Defensive Player of the Year finishes of 2nd, 4th, and 6th in his career. Let's take a look at his Pro Football Reference page, see his season by season numbers. So for his career, he totaled 142 sacks. Now, sacks weren't an official stat till 1982, but Pro Football Reference lists some from 1960 on. So he had a total of 142 sacks in his career, which is the 9th most in league history since 1960. Had 7 straight seasons with double-digit sack totals, including a league-leading 20 and a half in his MVP season. Taylor was named to the Pro Bowl each of his first 10 seasons, and in 8 of them, including his first 6, he was named a first-team All-Pro. He even picked off 9 passes in his career, returning 2 for scores. Again, one of the scariest players ever for opposing quarterbacks. LT was a player that opposing offenses absolutely had to game plan for each and every time he stepped on the field. He was a member of 2 Giants teams that won the Super Bowl, totaled 8.5 career sacks in the postseason, also intercepted a pass where he returned it for a touchdown. part of the Hall of Fame All 1980s team, part of the NFL's 100th anniversary team. Lawrence Taylor, just an historic figure in NFL. Some consider him the best defensive player of all time. Had to be my choice for the New York Giants greatest player in team history. But let me know in the comments if maybe someone else deserves a case, or if you would make a change to the Mount Rushmore that I named towards the beginning of the video. Now, with each of these, I've been taking a look at the current roster and deciding if there's really any active players who have a chance to find their way to overtake the GOAT, or at least make the Mount Rushmore. Now, there's definitely no one who has a chance to overtake the GOAT. When it comes to the Giants, nobody's surpassing LT on the active roster. A guy like Saquon Barkley had some seasons where he looked like the real deal. Of course, now he's on the Philadelphia Eagles, so he's not even an active player. I mean, otherwise, Dexter Lawrence, definitely off to a great start in his career. Two-time Pro Bowler. Gonna be tough for him to make the Mount Rushmore, though, as well. Kayvon Thibodeau did have 11 and a half sacks last season, but has only played 2 seasons in the league. Otherwise, no, there's no one on this active roster that really has a chance to even be an honorable mention for their Mount Rushmore. But again, let me know in the comments what you think. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we will be taking a look at the New York Jets. All of these are in a playlist. You can check them out. Some teams, of course, are easier than others. Some were rather challenging. Also have my Mount Rushmore videos in a playlist as well to check out. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.